Business is not just about profit. It's also about creating job opportunities, strengthening the community, and keeping the culture alive. Ito ang misyon ng ating bisita from Kalinga who loves fashion design. With her interest for Kalinga textile, she's not just keeping it alive, she's bringing these intricately woven and colorful fabrics to the world stage. Patunay lang na sa pagmamahal sa kultura, sabay-sabay tayo sa pag-asenso. Magandang araw mga ka-asenso, oras na para sa isang kwentuhang punong-puno ng inspirasyon, impormasyon at syempre kwentong success. I am Isabel Daza, ang kasama nyo sa pag-asenso. Today we're going to Kalinga to explore its colorful, vibrant and intricate textiles that's native to the region. Kasama natin ngayon ang founder na may pagmamahal sa fashion design, ang owner ng Bagoyan, Ms. Jasmine Bac. Welcome po sa DTI Asenso Filipino. Thank you for being here. Magandang araw po. So, Ms. Bac, tell us about your story. You didn't start off as an entrepreneur or a fashion designer. You had a previous job for that. Paano kayo napasok dito sa pag-develop ng mga textiles and to make beautiful clothes, kumbaga?
It started during the pandemic. At the height of the pandemic, actually. I'm still working and I'm still currently employed. But this is my passion project. Nag-start ako nung pandemic, naisip ko anong pwede kong gawin. And not only to help the weavers in Kalinga because at that time, walang ways to sell it to any parts of the Philippines.
Kasi everything was shut down.
And naisip ko, why not do my passion project at that time. So, una kong binenta are masks. So, it's a necessity. So, pwede nilang ipadala here in Manila and pwede kong ibenta.
Ay, ang ganda ng idea. Puro masks na parang
colorful and hand-woven.
I love that. Okay. But why do you say it was your passion project? Is it a hobby na ginagawa mo na on the side aside from your profession?
Actually, it's not. I really wanted to venture into fashion because I really love fashion. I love to dress up.
Yeah, well, you look lovely.
Thank you. And naisip ko, since I'm bored at that time, and we didn't start Zoom as immediately. So they were starting.
My lull time.
My lull time. So that's the time I thought of doing some things, not only for the passion project, but also to help the people in Kalinga.
But why Kalinga? Out of all the different regions in our country, parang why did you focus on that? Do you have a connection there? Doon po ba kayo lumaki?
Taga Kalinga ako, doon ako lumaki.
Okay, that's why.
So I really wanted to promote Kalinga in general and also through the weaves.
Okay, so ever since bata kayo, nakikita nyo na yung very specific weaving sa Cordillera region. Tama ba?
Yes.
And then you were fascinated by it. You said, siguro one day I want to put up something that will help these weavers have job opportunities.
Yes, also. And when I was studying in college, when I was in UP, hindi nila masyado alam saan ang Kalinga.
Okay.
So I have to explain.
Yes.
Taga Kalinga ako, saan yun? So sa bundok, malayo, in the Cordillera. So I wanted to have I wanted people to know where it is and how beautiful the province is. So one of the things that we are good at is weaving. So I wanted to promote it.
And by having your brand, it continues to keep that heritage of weaving there in the Cordillera region. So when do you go back po to check on your weavers, or how does it work? Because I know when you have a business, syempre, there's a lot of parang process. You have the design, and then you have to get the weavers to make the design, and then assemble it, and then, diba? Take us through that. Take us through that process. What's a typical day like for you as a business owner?
Since I'm working, this I do during my part-time.
Yes.
I mean, for weekends or at night. I go to Kalinga. I go home to Kalinga every month or twice a month, or sometimes kahit anong oras pwede ako
How do you go?
By plane
to
Tuguegarao, and then through bus or through can I share how to go to Kalinga?
Please,
there are now 3 ways to go to Kalinga. You can take it by bus, Victory Liner, through plane via the airport of Tuguegarao and Kawayan, and then ride 1 hour ride to Kalinga or to Tabuk.
Okay.
And then by driving, but it's like 12 to 15 hours.
12 to 15 hours.
Yes.
Oh, alam ko kasi by bus to Tuguegarao is 7 to 8 hours. So from Tuguegarao, kailangan mo pa mag-travel. Wow, so it's a long journey.
Tas yung mga weavers, they are in Mabilong. It's a place in Lubuagan, Kalinga. So it's like 2 hours away from Tabuk. Tabuk is the main, the capital of Kalinga.
Okay.
So I go there and then I talk to them and share stories as well. Because Bagoyan is not really just fashion or clothing. It's also empowering these women and how they should value their work and how they should also promote it. I mean, in the community that they are in, and how they pass on from generation to another.
Would you say that the Kalinga region or the Cordillera region have a very rich culture and heritage?
Yes.
Talaga?
Yes.
Like different types of food?
Different types of food, different cultural activities that we still practice nowadays.
Like what? Like what?
Bodong, it's a peace pack. Weddings, we
Okay.
still do the cultural activities and other mga yung pamamanhikan in the Kalinga way.
I love learning about
Yes,
these different rich cultures that, show insight on why they've kept tradition alive. Like, for example, yung weaving, napakahirap nun. Matyaga, pero it's something inherent sa mga people in the Cordillera region. So we, as the consumers, need to support. Tama ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going back to there are celebrations. So may gongs, yung sayaw ng mga Kalinga, and we do this not only to showcase the tradition and the culture, but also they said to drive away negativities and the evil spirits.
Tama, because that's part of the tradition.
Yes.
Going back to your brand, tell us how you started your brand. So after the pandemic, sabi mo, I think I want to do something, I'm bored. When did it first take off? When did you first sell products? Tapos na-notice siguro, was it online, on social media, nakita ng mga tao? Like, wow, this is nice, I'll order nga.
It started on Instagram.
Okay.
And I started on Instagram, and then I partnered with Manang Bernadette BDB, the owner of BDBD from Camarines.
Okay.
We made masks with personalized masks.
Yeah.
So there's a letter here and the weaving. It's so different that people got attracted and they started to buy online, and it was a hit. So it started from there, and then I made clothing already.
It was so nice because I guess it's not, hindi mo lang tinatapon. You can reuse it, you can wash it, diba?
At that time, they can just reuse and wash it, and then just put something on it, so for a layer of protection.
When it comes to design, paano naman yung thought process mo? Do you have like inspiration? Nanonood ka ba ng sine? Or do you research yung history ng ating Philippine culture? Or kung saan-saan lang?
Honestly, there's no hard and fast rule for my creative process.
Yes,
minsan naglalakad lang ako, naliligo. I get inspired with everything. Like a simple sticker, walking.
Parang there's no
plants,
formula to inspiration.
Yes,
what you're saying.
There's no really, it can't be boxed actually.
Yes, I love that.
It's evolving. As you grow and evolve as a person, your thought process also evolves. So
and like you said, creativity, it's not in one box. Minsan my husband's like, can you come up with this? I'm like, that's not my process. I need to just do weird things. And then in the end, ano ba yan? Work ba yan? That's part of the creative process,
that's me.
Right? Diba?
Yes.
You're like, what can I do today?
Or sometimes I'm reading cases or reviewing contracts.
For work professionally.
And then,
I have an idea.
And then I doodle it. So it all comes from nowhere.
Can you tell us what's the difference sa woven fabric from Kalinga versus other regions?
All fabrics from different regions or hand woven are very unique from each other because of it comes from the culture of each provinces. But Kalinga, I think, has the most number of patterns for weaves. We have, for example, Silaksakaw, Bilaliktad, Silakbituon, Ilaglis.
Wow.
This comes from
different all of them,
stories and different patterns that came from nature, from the Chico River, from wherever. but it's really deeply rooted in the culture and traditions of Kalinga.
Is that something na inaral mo before you went into the business? Or siguro growing up there, alam nyo na rin?
Yes, growing up, and then I also started to learn each pattern.
Yeah.
I can't be called an expert yet, but I'm learning and studying everything as I go on.
Yeah, and that's a great way to evolve, constant learning. Can I ask you po, one of the things na tinatanong namin dito sa mga guests namin in DTI Ascenso Filipino, para malaman din nila, what were your biggest mistakes? Kasi when we think of business, when we think of success, akala natin walang failure. We only see yung
the beauty of
exactly, the beauty of it, ang dami mo nang nabenta, ang dami mo nang nakita, you're famous, ganun. But as a entrepreneur, I'm sure you had to overcome challenges. Ano yung mga mistake na sabi mo, ano ba yan, I shouldn't have done that. Pero, you also learn from it.
Yes.
Natuto ka rin from that.
If I would say I'm not good with finances, I'm not good in math. That's why I studied law.
Okay.
So, medyo dun ako, yun yung Waterloo ko. Paano mag-compute, paano mo i-balance lahat, because kailangan hindi kasama ang personal na pera mo sa business, mga ganyan. So, I have those challenges are I started to learn each step of the way. Also, there are a lot of copycats. So, nung nag-start ang Bagoyan, parang wala pa masyadong Kalinga weaving or in Manila. Pero yun yung challenge, yung nagagaya ka. So we have to be like 5 steps ahead and
in terms of design.
Yes, in terms of design. And sometimes I message the copycats and tell them, we can collaborate, we can help each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a big competition as it is. We are a community. We need to support and help each other.
Wow, what a really peaceful way of looking at things. Akala ko you were gonna say, I messaged them, hoy, wag mo kaming gayahin, tapos nagagalit ka na doon, di ba?
Medyo hindi ko kaya yung ganung approach.
Oo. So you're more on the calm side. Wow, that's very good trait in a leader. So your mistake, you would say, is yung finances. Syempre, you needed maybe help or somebody
who's better than me in that matter. Yes.
So para sa mga founders or people na nag-iisip, gagawa kaya ako ng business, kailangan you have to find somebody that will help complement you. Kahit hindi founder, co-founder, you can hire naman
like someone, a consultant.
Diba? Tama, it could be your parents, could be your brother. Okay, so now we're talking about medyo sacred yung Kalinga textiles. Ano yung mga i-consider mo for your designs? Do you just design anything and everything, or are there certain things na bawal?
I would say Kalinga culture is kind of conservative. So I limit my designs or the clothing that I make into more decent ones.
Okay.
Hindi ako gumagawa ng medyo exposed yung...
So walang Kalinga like bikini top? Walang ganon?
At least for me, because I'm from there.
Yes.
Pero nakikita ko, meron din sa iba, pero hindi naman sila taga sa amin.
Okay.
So I don't...
More traditional.
More traditional.
It's like modern traditional with a modern twist.
Yes. Like what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
it's
like
still,
what you're wearing.
It's still, it has the touch of Kalinga on it, but I can wear it every day.
And of course, nakakatulong ka rin sa community mo. Can you make us kwento about your weavers in Kalinga who you are employing?
There are a lot of weavers in Mabilong tribe. May mga sobrang matatanda na. And then nowadays, we have senior high school students. Meron tayong kasama ang weaving sa curriculum nila. So it's really good now that it's really passed on sa mga younger generation. So meron ako ngayong mga senior high school weavers and beaders. So I'm really also inspired by them on how they do it on their part-time after their school.
Talaga? So young generation natututo na rin on how to weave.
Yes.
So it's not a dying kind of
No, it's
art.
not. Especially in our province, because it's really interwoven in our culture.
No pun intended. Do they learn it in school, no?
It's part of the curriculum now.
Wow.
There's a partnership with DepEd or like the OST.
Yeah.
And then some are taught in school.
Wow.
Parang siguro yung anong subject ba nung time ko, hindi ko na maalala.
Home economics,
yun, home economics.
Jazz, can I ask you, before Bagoyan, your brand came, paano ba minamarket ang Kalinga Textile ng mga local weavers? Kasi, I don't know if may social media ba sila or are they familiar with how to, post online and sell, or paano ba?
I think meron na nga yung programa ang DTI to teach them on social media and all.
Wow.
And also the Department of Tourism.
Yes.
But before, ang tingin ko is they just sell sa province namin, and siguro dinadala rin nila dito sa Manila or other provinces to sell.
Nice. Okay, so DTI has helped, together with the Department of Tourism, to gain kind of like recognition or to shine light on these local weavers. Why is it important na in business you feel sinusupport mo your community? Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they just want to make money, which is the fact of life, and it's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
Diba?
Just have to balance everything.
Yes. Why do you think it's important to support your community and give these local weavers parang their limelight?
On my part, I'm speaking for myself. I'm from there. And also, my family made indelible contributions to Kalinga. So, it would be shameful or embarrassing on my part not to help the community. In the simplest way that I could.
Alam mo, that's one katangian that I love about Pinoys. We always remember kung saan tayo nanggaling, and we always make it a mission, at least for the many successful people I've interviewed, to give back. Parang di natin nakakalimutan kung saan tayo nanggaling.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It does not just help the people, but it also helps you as a person.
That's true. We heard here that you were invited to New York Fashion Week. Tell us about that experience and how did it come along?
It was really overwhelming, and I was so grateful that I got that chance to be invited. I was invited by Philippine Next.
Okay.
It's a platform for, this group organized by Filipinos, by Attorney Rob and Bessie Besana, a fashion designer as well. They made it as a platform for Filipino designers to be invited in New York and showcase our clothing.
Okay, and then when you say overwhelmed, bakit? Is it because you had to do so many different designs? You had to come up with how many looks?
Overwhelmed in a good way.
Okay,
because
a lot of emotions did,
yeah,
You're nervous.
It was a mix of a lot of emotions because I was excited. I'm not a learned designer. I was not educated in the fashion school, but I'm not so confident at first, but when I got invited, so that's a
big deal.
Yes, it's a big deal for me.
Because you're the first ever Pinoy na nagka-brand na nakapag-showcase sa New York Fashion Week.
Like, it's 4 of us Filipinos
Leveling.
who went there, and we were not expecting it to be really part of Fashion Week. We just thought it's a show. When we went there, it was part of the New York Fashion Week calendar.
Like, huh?
So when they Google my name, it's in New York Fashion Week.
Ay, ang bongga.
And I'm so grateful for
yeah. And also at that same time, you felt like, okay, I'm here already. I've reached this far. Keep going.
Keep going, and also look back.
That's true.
Always.
Keep going and look back. In your experience of New York Fashion Week, what was it like after? Did you feel like your brand got a lot of, syempre, recognition?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And more people were inclined to wear it?
Yes, and we were surprised that a lot of magazines and social media platforms messaged us, posted us. Yes, like Elle in Spain, Marie Claire, Harper's Bazaar.
You guys are so international na.
Yeah, it's so, how would I put it? I can't
surreal.
describe. Yes, surreal.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful.
And it's always great to have that feeling of being grateful. One accomplishment after another.
Just one step at a time.
Exactly. So I wanted to ask, how many employees do you have right now?
Weavers, there's a lot, like maybe more than 10.
Wow.
But these are just per project basis.
Okay.
It's not really, they also cater to other entrepreneurs.
Okay.
It's not just exclusive for me.
Okay.
But the exclusivity is that the colors of my weaves are different.
Okay.
So I teach them on that, how the color schemes and the patterns I cannot change. For the employees here in Manila, I just have 2 permanent, and the rest are all part-timers because they can do a lot of things.
Yeah, I feel nowadays people take on so many different hats and jobs and part-time. And yeah, what's great about, because the pandemic happened. Yeah, kaya pala natin, di ba?
Yes.
Because ang dami ng efficiencies with our time.
So when we have pop-ups, when we have when we need them, they're on call, and they help.
And what about your clientele? Is it made to order, or parang, kasi me, I am looking at you, I'm like, I want to have something made.
At first, it's really custom made.
Okay.
But now, since I joined pop-ups, there's ready-to-wear items.
Okay.
The clientele, it's a variety. I mean, it's very diverse. The Supreme Court justices,
Talaga.
the spokesperson of the Supreme Court, Senator Legarda, Secretary Berna before, Secretary Roque.
Yes.
She's also a client. And justices and judges, more on the
Filipino government side.
Yes, and also the fashionistas.
Ano naman yung naging reaction ng mga weavers mo when you told them that you were going to be joining New York Fashion Week?
They're also very happy and excited.
Talaga? Nakita nila yung mga photos?
Nakita nila yung photos, and I shared with them the write-up, so they could also, they know that they took part in that journey.
Galing. Where do you guys sell? Do you have shops that you distribute to, or is it mostly online?
I do online, Instagram, and on pop-ups.
Alam mo,
pop-ups.
Yeah, Instagram and the pandemic talaga, deadly combination. Ang daming mga new projects which have become very successful. Last few questions, Jazz. What are your future plans for your brand?
That's a very big question.
Okay, just near future.
Yeah. This year is the 5th year of Bagoyan. It's the 5th anniversary in May. I'm so thankful for that. Future plans, I would take it step by step, but I would want Bagoyan to be really big and global. Like, because I've started New York, we could go to Paris, to Italy.
Paris Fashion Week, pwede din.
Yes, and Milan, and also that the weaves of Kalinga reaches every region in the Philippines and abroad.
And the last question we always ask our guests here is, ano ba yung advice na maibibigay mo sa mga nanonood ngayon na they were thinking of becoming an entrepreneur or starting a business but natatakot sila? What is something you, in your experience, have learned and you want to impart?
Sa tingin ko, kung meron silang gustong gawin na nila habang bata pa sila.
Paano if matanda sila? Okay lang ba yun?
And pwede naman. There's no age limit to opening a business or starting a business. You just have to have that courage and that determination to start it. And when you start it, put your heart, everything on it. Lahat ng puso mo at kaluluwa mo kung ganun man. Pero kasi pagka buong-buo ang loob mong mag-start ng business, parang ang universe or si God is buong-buo din ang tulong sa'yo.
Parang mag-align yung mga stars.
Yes. So, ang advice ko is, gawin na nila kung meron silang gustong gawin. And there are a lot of platforms nowadays which they can utilize. And also, I think DTI has that programs.
DTI has a lot of programs to help budding
entrepreneurs. Na pwede nilang lapitan, and ang tawagan nila ang DTI and magtanong sila. And si Sec Roque yata, ang dami niyang projects like for the starting a business, yung loans, and all that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jasmine. We are truly proud of you for shining a global spotlight on Kalinga Textiles. Your passion for fashion and heritage is inspiring. You're not just representing a design, but an entire culture. Sa mga interested sa Bagoyan, saan ba sila makaka-order or pwedeng bumili?
You can check my Instagram at Bagoyan_. Nandun din po kami sa mga pop-ups like Artefino here at Rockwell.
Yes.
Katutubo at BGC, Habi at Glorieta, and many others.
Just like Kalinga Textiles, Ms. Jasmine's effort to promote her heritage is a product of hard work and patience, intricacies, and full of colors. Now she wears her success with pride and joy. But it's not just her victory. It's a shared triumph with all, the Kalinga weavers who helped bring her vision to life. This has been Isabel Daza po. Ito ang DTI Asenso Pilipino, ang kaagapay sa pag-asenso ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino.